When we discuss great actors, it's hard to avoid the name Daniel Day-Lewis. Not only is his work mind-bendingly good, engaging and often explosive, he also makes very interesting choices, choosing to work with a handful of directors as if he needs the circus to be built and prepped by the very best so he can undertake his most daredeviling work to wow the audience. If you go back to his early performances, there's one thing in common, and that's his absolute commitment to the role. I'm almost as obsessed with the way he carries himself outside the world of film. You can watch his TV interviews, and what we see is a man not only dedicated to his craft, but a life in a way that is totally endearing and with a clear view that most of us can only dream of having. He's able to touch God, or at least another world, something that us mere mortals are just not able to. So to become a great actor, does this begin with you as a person? The respect and dedication you have in life? And does this overflow into your craft? In Daniel Day-Lewis's case, this is true. He would be brilliant at anything he wanted to do. But at the same time, he was unlikely to spend time doing anything else than acting. I do believe that if he wasn't a famous actor, Daniel Day-Lewis would be slumming it with some acting troupe, travelling around the country, the UK, from theatre to theatre. And that is what true acting is. Would this person be acting even if they weren't famous? He's also probably one of the most unattainable actors. He understands scarcity like no one else. He knows how hard and grueling taking on one role or a persona can be. He is a godly figure in the eyes of anyone who is seeking an Oscar, mounted on their shelf. His humbleness floors you. His Oscar speeches are funny, endearing and beautiful and not pretentious. He's basically saying, here I am, come and get me. I don't care if I look like an idiot, I'm only human. So is that the lesson? Be more human, be yourself, and this will emanate from you. We're surrounded by many famous actors today, and I think they all can take, and we can say a lot about the way they work and the films they choose. We can look at someone like Bradley Cooper, who's now working a lot on himself and directing his own work. DiCaprio, who chooses to work with Martin Scorsese or a handful of directors that he trusts and loves, and takes on characters, but maybe doesn't fulfill them as well as you could say someone like Daniel Day-Lewis. The thoughts of Daniel Day-Lewis and Martin Scorsese matching up and working on another project is mouth-watering, to say the least. Academy Award-winning director Martin Scorsese was honoured as Best Director at the National Board of Review Awards, and the retired actor Daniel Day-Lewis made a surprise public appearance at the gala to support his long-term collaborator. Martin Scorsese was recorded as saying, "We did 2 films together, and it's one of the greatest experiences of my life. Maybe there's time for one more." Now, a collaboration between these two would be so impressive because we have one of the best story weavers and filmmakers of our time working with the best actor of our time. And this would have to be the right project for it to work as well. So if you put those 3 things together, I think what you have is an incredible spectacle and something that cinema is eagerly needing. And maybe next year or the year after, we'll be seeing Daniel Day-Lewis once again nominated for an Oscar. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Daniel Day-Lewis and whether you like his acting or you don't like his acting, whether you think he's underrated, overrated, and any films that you particularly like.
From it.